Howdy, howdy. It's Friday, April 8th. Still in Damascus, taking a second zero. Been staying in Woodchuck Hostel here. And tonight I'm going to stay in this teepee with Rachel and Pack Mule. They've been staying in it the last 2 nights. A drain pan here. Still open it at the top, so sometimes it leaks a little bit. But I'll be over here, and Rachel's up there, and Pack Mule is over here. Well, it's pretty cool. That's the brand. The view from Buzzard Rock. Not interested. Screw you guys. I'm going away.
Please. Let me get behind it. Fucking fryer. Come here, pony.
Oh no, it's people. I'm running away.
No. Ponies 1, Colin 0.
They want nothing to do with us.
Maybe if I had food.
Food helps.
Let me get the ponies. Yes. Come here, pony. Yes. No. You're so close. No. Come on, pony, please. Oh, you were so close. Because of our smell.
They think this is a grazing party.
Oh my god. I'm moving as fast as I can, I promise. Nope, that's my stuff. Don't you touch it, horse. Oh god! It's a honey bun and it knew.
It was sniffing.
Good enough for today. I didn't know I was scared of ponies till now.
There's like crap over here,
Yeah,
but there is none.
I think it's just the horse.
A horse is a horse, a horse, a horse. I touched a wild pony.
Well, it touched you.
I touched it back a little. It was trying to eat my plastic.
Good morning, it's Monday, April 11th, I think. And left Damascus on Saturday after taking 2 0 days, partly for healing, partly because they had forecasted negative wind chills through the Grayson Highlands, and we didn't really want to do that. Lightning went ahead. He's about a day ahead of us. And, had to see the ponies a little bit yesterday, and we may see them again a little bit here. We're approaching the scales area, and the ponies hang out there too. We're approaching Comer's Creek Falls. Hey guys, it's Tuesday, April 12th, and we passed the Mount Rogers Visitor Center around lunchtime, partnership shelter, and we should be arriving in rural retreat tonight. So eat at the barn, pick up our resupply boxes. Did want to address something that I've heard a lot along the trail about Virginia. There's, we'll call them ignorant people that claim that Virginia's flat, and I'm not sure where this myth started, but I hear it every year. I see it in the log books, especially in Northern Virginia. And people joke there and they say, hey, I finally found the part of Virginia that's flat. Well guys, Virginia's not flat. So people need to quit perpetuating that myth. High voltage and you can hear it. Hey guys, here's the Lindemood schoolhouse, and usually there's trail magic inside. And there's some notes to hikers on the door. And there is trail magic. Looks like it's from West End United Methodist. Well, we're arriving at rural retreat area here, close to Atkins. Back to the land of automobiles and other junk. Hey guys, we're reached the top of Big Walker Mountain here, coming out of rural retreat. And this sign is old because we passed the quarter-way point a couple miles back. But a good milestone nonetheless. I've been asked a question by a couple fellow thru-hikers. They wonder if I'm bored because I've already hiked the south. And I am not bored. There are some differences. I hiked most of the southbound. I'd say probably 75 to 80% of it. So for me, the ascents and the descents are different. I'm climbing what I went down, and I'm going down what I climbed previously. It's also a little different living out here versus knowing that I get to go back to a car at the end of the day and can eat whatever I want and sleep in a bed. The community out here is great too. It makes it worth getting to camp at the end of the day and hanging out. So I do look forward to getting to Pennsylvania for some new territory, but at the same time, I don't mind visiting some of my old favorites down here in the south. Like in life, there are emotional highs and lows out here on the trail. That looks pretty sweet. Like in life, there are emotional highs and lows out here. It tends to be rough the days we leave town because we're leaving with a heavy pack. We've got multiple days of food, and it's just plain heavy. And so in the morning on the first day out, we tend to question what the heck we're doing out here. But we get over it. Likewise, the days that we head into town are joyous days because the pack is light and we know we get to stuff our faces. It's trail life. This is the view from Chestnut Ridge.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking amazing.
guys, at the Interstate 77 crossing just outside of Bland. I got a story for you, but I'll get to it a little bit later. So on Friday, April 15th, Rachel's parents visited, and they picked us up in Bland, put us up in Withville in a comfort inn for 2 nights. It's very gracious of them. I much appreciate that. They also covered our meals and everything, so it was pretty awesome. A couple days before that, we were in Atkins and we ate at the Barn restaurant, and Pack Mule got sick that night, and he supposedly has a stomach of steel, and he had diarrhea probably 6 hours after we ate there. And I didn't feel 100% the next day, but I didn't have any issues that day. And that's the day we hiked out. And the next day, I had some issues. And having diarrhea in the woods is not the most pleasurable experience in the world. That was by far the worst day I've had on the trail in 6 weeks. I thought a lot about quitting that day. It dominated my thoughts all day long. It's also the 3rd longest day that we did, so I'm sure that didn't help. But Friday we went into Bland, we hitched in and had some Dairy Queen, and that was wonderful, and then her parents showed up. Saturday, we ate at a local hot dog joint in Withville that's well rated, and what do you know, but 3 of us got sick from that. Rachel got sick, I got diarrhea, Rachel vomited and then had diarrhea, and then her father just didn't feel so well. He wasn't very clear on what symptoms he had, but kind of all point back to that place. So just had a stroke of bad luck there with some food poisoning. And I felt so miserable. I was up for like 4 hours Sunday morning, so I decided not to come back out to the trail. I decided to go home, and I went back to my parents' home near Lynchburg, Virginia, for about 48 hours. Again, Rachel's parents were gracious, and they dropped me about an hour from Lynchburg, and then my good buddy Joe came and picked me up and got me home. My parents are vacationing in Myrtle Beach, so they were unable to help. When I came back out today, it's Tuesday, and I'm probably 80%, doing about 12 miles to Jenny Knob Shelter. And probably the coolest thing today that happened is we hiked with Lightning, Rachel, Pack Mule, and I hiked with a guy named Adam. His trail name is Headstand. The first week or so we were on the trail, and we got ahead of him a bit, have been ahead of him. When we got to Bland, he was standing on the side of the road, and my mother was able to help him get to Pearisburg. His hip belt buckle broke. And for those of you familiar with backpacking, it's kind of miserable to carry your weight on your shoulders. Typically you carry most of your weight with your hip belt. So, you know, his buckle broke, and he'd been suffering for 4 days. So he finally decided to try to get it fixed. So it was great that I was able to see him again, and that we were able to help him out. One more thing is that I talked to Headstand, and he told him about our experience with the barn, and he said that a lot of people have been getting sick from eating there. So it's not just an isolated case, but I think it has something to do with getting the beef, because Rachel got chicken there and she didn't have any issues. So as a result of all this, Rachel and Pack Mule are now a little over 2.5 days ahead of me. They went through Pearisburg this morning about 10 o'clock, and I didn't get hiking this afternoon until about 2 p.m. So I may not see them again, but that's okay. There's more people out here to get to know. and I may run into some people that we saw the first week of the trail. And one of the things that I've experienced in normal life is that when you are somewhere by yourself, people are more open to talking to you and interacting with you. When you're with a group, it's kind of like clique behavior. Everybody ignores everybody who's not in their group. And we're not necessarily like that out here, but it's just the way I think social culture works. Single people are more likely to be open to talking with everybody else. When you're with a group, you tend to talk within your group. So, I'm interested and excited to see what happens the next couple days. And not really too worried about it. It's kind of hard to be lonely out here if you stay near shelters every night. There's always at least one other person. It's pretty rare to be alone. Hey, so after talking to some more people last night at Jenny Knobb's shelter, it seems a lot of people kind of gotten a laxative effect from eating at the barn. So we're kind of suspicious that since it's a pound hamburger for $8, it's probably just got a lot of fat in it. And that's why everybody cleans everybody out. But that's just our hypothesis. Got a view here. This is the view right off the trail after the big climb, right before Woods Hole Hostel. Morning guys, I stayed at Woods Hole Hostel last night. See it over there? And then that's the bunkhouse. And then the restroom area, restroom house, whatever. And, if it weren't for me getting sick, I probably wouldn't have stayed here because our hiking plans didn't include this place. So in some ways I'm actually happy that I got sick. So otherwise I would not have been able to experience this. Hello. We're at Angel's Rest right outside of Pearisburg. I'll give you the lay of the land here. That is the Celanese plant over there. And AT used to go up kind of where you see that the cut up there through the mountain. That is now their new natural gas pipeline. And they rerouted the trail a little bit. It's right over there in those mountains, kind of straight ahead. You see the new river. And then that is the town of Pearisburg. And when I get in there, I will be getting my well-deserved and earned blizzard from the Dairy Queen, and I think that's it right there. They got a reddish building. At least you see red, a little bit of red right there on the corner. I'm on a new section of the AT right outside of Pearisburg. They did a reroute. So this is actually a new trail for me. They rerouted the trail so that you no longer cross the two roads in town. I'm guessing the residents didn't like people walking past their houses all the time. So they've rerouted the trail. They just opened this a couple months ago based on a news story a friend sent me.